All-Stars from the 2018 draft don't all make the Hall of Fame, the 2018 class is still one of the deepest ever. From 1984 to 2014, an average of 19 players per draft averaged a 10-year career in the NBA. The average length of an NBA career is just 4.5 years, and if a player survives in the league for more than a decade, that's actually a rarity and not the norm. For example, the 1998 NBA draft had only 5 All-Stars, but 25 players who played a decade in the league, which is one of the best results ever. In 2003, 27 players played for 10 or more years, which is the most ever, with one of those players still going strong in year 22. But from the 2018 class, there are a whopping 37 players who are still in the league, and it's safe to say that most of them will last for 4 more years in the league. Even if only 75% of those 37 make it to year 10, it's still going to be 27 players who survived in the NBA for a decade, which will tie the 2003 class for the most players ever. But it's not only the amount of years that separates the 2018 class from the rest, it's also the impact. And we're not talking about Luka and the other 4 All-Stars, but role players, of which there are plenty. The 1970 NBA draft, which had 12 All-Stars, the most in NBA history, only had 13 players that averaged 10 points or more in their careers. The 1984 draft, with 4 Hall of Famers and 3 MVPs, had 14 players to average over 10 points. The 1996 draft had only 11, the same as LeBron's 2003 class. But in 2018, there are currently 18 players averaging more than 10 points per game. Of course, their careers aren't over yet, and those averages can drop as production dwindles down towards their retirement. However, even those players who aren't averaging 10 points per game already had a significant impact and are known NBA names, like Bruce Brown, Mitchell Robinson, Robert Williams, DeAnthony Melton, Jared Vanderbilt, Mo Wagner, and Landry Shamet. What is also special about this draft is that it didn't have any big busts. Sure, Ayton wasn't supposed to be the number 1 pick, but he still averages 16 and 10, and was the 3rd best player on a team that made the NBA Finals. Marvin Bagley is also a disappointment, but he's averaging 13 points per game in just 24 minutes of action and still has a chance to grow and get better. Out of 14 lottery picks, only Jerome Robinson, Kevin Knox, and Mo Bamba can qualify as busts, even though Bamba will likely still have a long career based on his defensive production, as there will always be a team that needs a mobile 7-footer with a pterodactyl wingspan. The 2018 draft won't have 10 All-Stars like the 1996 class, and it likely won't have 3 different MVPs like the 1984 draft, which also had a total of 47 All-NBA selections. But with 5 potential Hall of Famers and a plethora of great starters and role players, the 2018 draft might become one of the deepest draft classes of all